Yo guys, what's up? Kaidio here, and welcome back to another tier list Tuesday. Following the theme of last week, we're gonna stick it with Apex Legends and pretty much wrap it up. Last week we did the Legends, I believe, and this week I want to do the guns because Apex is pretty much the game that I've been playing the most often, and yeah, I just think this is quite appropriate. So, I'm just gonna do this for guns like the alternator and stuff. Honestly, no, I'll just do it with the current rank that they are. Like if they're red, I'll just rate them as they are. So let's fucking start. Starting with the alternator. That shit is broken. That is the most broken gun in the game ever. It just melts you. If you fight someone with a alternator and win, they're fucking garbage. Moving on to the charge rifle. Is this a charge rifle? I think it is. The charge rifle is broken. That gun is fucking crazy. It is so good. Charge rifle is insane, bro. I don't understand. It's the most infuriating gun to face. If you run into a guy with an alternator and a charge rifle, it's just over. They just won the game. Next is the devotion. The devotion, it's like energy guns recently haven't been too crazy in the meta. I know the L-Star was recently nerfed a little bit, so it's not like the best. But the devotion, it's really in the middle, dude. Like if you get this off the rip, like it's probably you might win, you might lose. Just depends if you're good or not. I think it's a pretty average gun. It's nothing that I would really pick up. I'd say without a turbocharger, it's probably C, but with turbocharger, it's probably B. I don't know where to put it. I'm gonna put it because I don't run it. I'm gonna put it at the top of C, just because I don't run it at all. Moving on to the Eva. Personally, with shotguns recently, they haven't been the best. And the Eva, I just suck with, dude. But it's so good. I feel like all the shotguns are pretty good, but like, I don't know, man. I just can't hit with this gun, like ever. But whenever I do, it's kind of fucking crazy, and it shoots fast as shit. So I'm gonna put it. I don't know if I want A or B. Like it's good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how good. I'm gonna put it B. I don't think it deserves an A. So then we have the G7 Scout, which is currently in the care package. It's not so broken. I would say in or out of the care package doesn't even matter. I'd say it's a pretty much an A tier gun, especially on computer, because like if you have good aim, you can just like run that shit all day. Moving on to the Havoc. The Havoc is it's like the same story as Devotion, dude. They're like the same thing. Turbocharger Havoc, it's like up here. Like if you get a Havoc off the rip, it's usually pretty good. I'm gonna put it B tier. I think it's better than a Devotion because if you get the Havoc, even if it does have or does not have the turbocharger, it's really amazing off the rip. The Devotion, it's like 50-50. You might hit all your shots with it, but like it's not that good. Moving on to the Hemlock. Hemlock's another B tier gun, dude. It's not like something that like you choose to run over like a flatline or something or an R301, but it's just like it's there. I would personally say it's better than the Havoc. I don't know if it's as good as an Eva. Running these two together is kind of good, but I don't know. Next we have the Kraber. I don't even have to say anything about the Kraber. That thing is crazy. Just one hit kills people or breaks their armor instantly. And then we have the L-Star. The L-Star is good, but it's not broken. I feel like the nerf that they made to it made it like slightly worse. I think before maybe it was broken. It's really, even now it's on the cusp of being broken. I feel like it's good, but it does have like it makes your screen hard to see and it does start really hard to hit people. So I don't know. Just depends. I'm assuming this is a longbow. Longbow is kind of bad, but I wouldn't say it's trash. I don't know what gun would be trash, to be honest. Maybe the longbow is trash. Mm. Dude, the longbow's just not good. It does not hit hard. I'll give it a D because it can be annoying if you're fighting it, but like it's just not good. I would rather run the longbow, a sentinel. Wait, did I just say longbow? I mean, I would rather run a sentinel or a charge rifle any day. Any day. Spitfire in the care package, it's very much an A worthy. I wouldn't say it's broken. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like all these guns are amazing, and I just feel like I wouldn't classify them as broken. I think where they are right now is kind of good, and I feel like they don't need to change at all. I mean, Elstar might, but I don't know. Next we have the Mastiff. The Mastiff shotgun is my favorite shotgun, and I think it's better than the Eva for sure. I would probably put it right in front of the G7. I feel like it's just so. I just love it. I just love how it shoots. I don't know. It's pretty good. Moving on to the Mozambique. Mozambique is, I would say, better than a Devotion. Like, I would rather have a Mozambique most of the time. I like the Mozambique. It's not bad. I mean, it's obviously not like a good gun. Like, I'd say B tier is like pretty much classified like a good gun that you want to run or can run. I'd say B tier is like a can run type of deal more so, or at least like the bottom half you can run, but you don't want to run it. Over A tier is probably the guns that you probably want to run, and the broken ones if you get them. It's just nice. Moving on to the P2020. If you could spray and are accurate while you spray, go with it, dude. The gun's kind of good, but it's just not good. I would honestly say it's better than a longbow. If you have a P2020 off the rip and someone has a longbow, you're probably gonna win that fight. I wouldn't say it's trash. I honestly don't think there's gonna be a single gun in here that's trash. Moving on to the PK. I'd say PK is the worst shotgun besides the Mozambique, but I wouldn't say it's on Mozambique's level. I'd say it's at the bottom of B, with the Eva being at the opposite end, and it's just not too crazy. Prowler is interesting. Prowler with like a purple mag is decent. It's like a B, but like if you don't have a mag on this thing, it's the worst gun in the game. Like, unless you are God with hitting your shots, I would say it is the top of C tier, but you don't see people running this gun no more. It's just not what it once was. Moving on to the R301. I would say the R301 is, well, first of all, Kraber's definitely first, then alternator charge. I'd say R301 is amazing. It is better than the A tier guns. It is just a different story with it. It is so good. Like, it has like no recoil, and it beams people, and it just feels amazing to shoot. Moving on to the R9, it's the little brother. R9 at a time could have been called broken, but I just don't think it's near where it once was. I think it's the top of B tier, to be honest. I don't think it's even A tier anymore. It's literally a pea shooter. It doesn't damage people anymore, and you have to be like, unless you're god tier accuracy or a controller player, like there's just, I mean, you'll pick up the R9, but if you see a R3, instant trade. If you see a car, instant trade. If you see an L-Star and there's a possibility of running it, or an alternator, you're probably going to trade it. Then we have the RE. The RE is kind of bad, but it's better than these two guns. Maybe if you have a kitted out gold RE45, it might be like a C, like maybe even above a Prowler. But personally, I just think these guns shit on these guns. This gun, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what gun I'm missing. We'll see. Triple take. That's an annoying ass gun, bro. Top of A. Better than an L-Star even. I think the triple take is nuts with where it is right now. I wouldn't say it's broken, but I'd say you have infinite shots with it. I run double energy whenever I run the triple take, and it's just a god tier gun. You know, it's just really good. I'd say if you run these two together, you're probably pretty set. Moving on to flatline. Flatline, dude, that's got to go right in front of the. I wouldn't say flatline is god tier because it has its weakness with its range. Like I feel like up close though, the flatline is hands down the best gun in the game besides maybe the alternator. Like nothing beats it besides the alternator from close range. And it's just crazy how good. The amount of times I get destroyed by it, it's so bad. And last we have the Wingman. The Wingman's like the ultimate middle tier gun. Like if you're a god at the game and you have god tier aim, then this gun could be considered broken. But I feel like it's so balanced. I'd probably put it I'd probably put it right above the Eva and right behind the R9. I think that's rightfully where it is. I don't think it's a broken gun by any means. I feel like if you're not the best player, it's you can't even consider it an A tier because you can't pick it up because you have to have skill. I think it's a skill gap gun. I think if you're skilled at the game and you're pretty good at aiming and just moving back and forth, I think this gun could be considered amazing or broken. But if you're a new or bad player, or not even bad, just not the best aimer, the Wingman's your nightmare. You just don't want anybody else to have it, and you don't want it either. So I'd say it's pretty much a B tier, right behind the R9. I don't know what this gun is. What gun am I missing? I want to see. Apex Legends guns. Which one am I missing? Spitfire, Mastiff, Wingman. I don't know if I'm missing any. Oh, the car. I'm going to act like this is the car. This is the car. I'd say the car is at the bottom of A tier right now. I'd say it's pretty much the R9. Maybe even a little better. Does a little more damage. And can have either ammo. So if you need ammo, you can just get either ammo. I would just say it's at the end of A tier. I wouldn't say it compares to, say, a flatline or an R301. But I'd say like up close, it's the SMG probably one besides an alternator or a flatline. So yeah, I think that's gonna do my tier list. I don't think there's really any trash guns in Apex. I'd say the bottom three. You could make an argument that the Mozambique is down here, but I really think what they've done with the Mozambique, giving it more ammo, and how hard it hits from even range, like a decent range, makes it outshine the P2020 or the RE45 even. I just don't like the RE45. That's just me. And the longbow is kind of garbage. Am I missing a sniper? The Sentinel. We're missing a Sentinel. This is the Sentinel, isn't it? So imagine that's a car. I'd probably put the Sentinel in right in front of the Mozambique. Or, yeah, probably at the top of C or right in front of the Mozambique. The Sentinel and Longbow, they're just not runnable compared to a charge rifle or a Kraber. If you find a Kraber or a charge rifle, you're running the Kraber or charge rifle. Unless, like, again, you have, like, really good aim. I'd say the Longbow is definitely way better than, or the Sentinel's way better than the Longbow. But, yeah. So that's going to end this tier list. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for my next tier list Tuesday. Peace out.